With the rising fuel costs, desperate motorists have turned to fuel-saving devices. But how effective are these methods? Well, research by Sasol has found that there is merely a 0.5% difference in consumption. For more on this, we've got our reporter Monique Mortlock covering this and just giving us a sense of how efficient these devices are. Monique, can one really be saving fuel on these devices that I've just mentioned in my intro?
Well, Ralph, if you, like me, are trying desperately to save any amount of money that you can on petrol, because right now many of us who travel about half an hour to an hour and sometimes get stuck in traffic for 2 hours just trying to get to work, you're spending on average 2,500 to 3,000 rand a month. And many drivers, it seems, are opting for these fuel additives. But to give us more insight into just what has been found about these additives, I'm speaking to the DA's Western Cape spokesperson on transport, Ricardo McKenzie. So let's start with these products without naming exactly, because there are many. I found just going onto Facebook and typing in petrol tablets or petrol additives, I found so many different products promising the world. What exactly do these products promise, and do they deliver on that promise?
Thank you, and thank you for interviewing me this morning. Well, first of all, these products promise the world, but they don't deliver anything. And more importantly, they are dangerous. You cannot add anything to fuel after your fuel has been filled in. It's as simple as that. And a lot of these products, these additives, are easily available. They're on the market. They're trading anything from 120, 130 rand onwards, but it's not helping. It's not only helping, but it's dangerous. And there are so many of these products easily available. And as a DA in the Western Cape, we're extremely concerned. Because imagine you as a user, we're already suffering load shedding, high fuel prices, high food prices, driving, and now you have to be worried that the passenger or the car or the taxi next to you has these additives in their vehicle. And you can imagine a taxi with 10 to 15 passengers having those additives to their vehicle, the danger it poses to those communities. So we're extremely worried, we're extremely concerned, and the solution is to slash the fuel prices and not have people adding these dangerous additives to their vehicles.
What type of research is there to back up the fact that the fuel consumption or the fuel-saving benefits isn't exactly what these products are promising us? A little later, we are going to go to the Sasol research facility, so we'll get more insight. But just from what you've heard on the ground in speaking to motorists and to the various researchers, what have you heard?
What we've heard is actually alarming, and it's too good to be true. When a story is too good to be true, then you know there's a problem. And there is zero research into these things working. The only research that has been done was done by Sasol, which we will speak to later on. But currently, there's no one with credible information that can say any of these products are working, and it's a danger to your vehicle, like I said. And it is just worrying. In fact, what I've picked up so far is basically just a pyramid scheme. The one guy signs you on, you must sign somebody else on, and that's how it works. Other than that, it is just a danger to your vehicle, it's a danger to your fellow commuters, but our concern as well, it's a danger to the taxi industry, because using those vehicles in a taxi with 14 to 15 passengers, if anything happens to the taxi on the road, you can just imagine the outrage is going to be. That's why we're very proactive on this. We ask people, please do not use those products. It just doesn't work.
And my final question, what would you say to those who believe, but it is saving me at least an extra 10 rand or an extra 20 rand, whatever it might be, especially because, as you mentioned, we are living in desperate economic times where it seems everything is going up. So wherever I can save, why not? Who cares about the long-term, the possible long-term effects if I can save right now?
What I can say to people, it is not working. The solution is not in there. The solution is we need to slash the fuel taxes on the fuel price, and that will help South Africans. But to anybody who wants to use these products, please, I beg you, do not use them. They do not work. There's so many solutions that people profess to be solutions, and it's not solution. The solution lies in the national government must slash the taxes on the fuel price. That is the solution, and not people adding anything to your fuel tank. Please do not do it. It is not working. In 3 to 5 years' time, you're going to have a serious problem on your car. Your insurance is unlikely to pay out. So do not use anyone trying to sell you any product to add to your fuel tank. It is not working. It is a danger to you, your family, your kids, and any other commuter out there.
Thank you very much. That was Ricardo McKenzie, the DA's Western Cape spokesperson on transport. Just with a clear message there that just based on what he's read up on and some of the research that he's gleaned from, that some of these or many of these fuel additives may not deliver on what it professes to. And a little later, not only are we speaking to a researcher at the Sasol research facility in Cape Town, but we'll also be speaking to suppliers of these products just to see how exactly it works and the alleged benefits of these products. We'll hear firsthand from them.
Monique, very disappointing insights there, specifically because we're so desperate to save whatever we can. I'm hoping you also get to speak to a motorist who's actually benefited from these devices as well. I'm keen to engage you further as the day goes on in terms of your findings for these cost-saving devices when it comes to fuel. That is reporter Monique Mortlock from Cape Town bringing us some news around fuel-saving measures that have been developed and them not necessarily being the best way to save your rands.